I came in here and moved down the example paragraph, and we're going to use this example paragraph with our table to write our results section. So what is happening? Relationship between the number of minutes that someone spent using social media right before bed and their tiredness level when they wake up to their alarm. So that was just a description of my independent variable and my dependent variable. And after controlling for their age, the number of shows that they have recently binge watched, and their stress level. I'll even say their current stress level. Okay, so that was the first part, which is my independent variable is associated with my dependent variable after controlling for these three things. Results of the regression model suggest that there was a significant relationship between how many minutes someone spent using social media and their tiredness level. And then open parentheses, b equals negative 0.172. P is less than 0.001. Close parentheses. Even after controlling for, now you list all of the significant ones. So I only have stress as a significant one. So I'm going to say even after controlling for their current level of stress, V equals 0.139, italicized P less than 0.05. And then come down the relationship between age, I'm going to list my dependent variable here, so their level of tiredness and age, and I'll say B equals 0.016, p-value equals, because it's non-significant, I'm going to come in here and the p-value is 0.438. 0.438 was not significant, neither was the association, just to be different from relationship, between the level of tiredness and the amount of the number of shows they recently binge watched. P equals negative 0.039. P equals, come back and look at SPSS, 0.544. Okay, so that was all the resultsy statsy thing. If you had more significant controls, you would add them to this sentence here. If you don't, then you have things here. If none of these things have stars, none of these significance values are less than 0.05, except the constant will always be 0.000. You don't really have to talk about the constant here. Just put it on your table. You don't have to talk about it in the paragraph. Then just say, results of the regression model suggest that there is not a significant relationship between how many minutes someone spent using social media and their tiredness level. Here's your B and your p-value. And then you could say something like, but results do suggest that there's a relationship between stress and social media. So that's if there wasn't any significant results, but we can talk about that more on Wednesday, what that'll look like. So then we need this last sentence. He says that example uses interpreted. I could also say this suggests that. So this is English that your grandma would understand. The amount of time that someone spends using social media right before bed. So now I have to look at the direction of this. So social media right before bed negatively predicts the amount of tiredness. So I could say that the more social media use I use right before bed decreases the amount of tiredness that I use or that I show when I wake up, which doesn't make any sense, but sometimes statistics are weird. So that the amount of time that someone spends using social media right before bed predicts a decrease, or I'll rather say is associated with lower levels of morning tiredness, even after controlling. I can also say someone feeling, oh wait, hold on, actually, hold on, I think I just found an error. So if I go, this doesn't really make sense, right? That more tiredness is associated with stuff. So stress, 4 is not stressed. So, and 1 is stressed, which means higher levels on stressed. So I might actually want to say this is not stressed. And come up here and say this is not stressed. Because this means that someone feeling low levels of stress let's think about how to say this. So because I'm having higher levels of being not stressed is associated with higher levels of tiredness, which still doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Yep, so here was my other issue. I had 1 coded as very tired and 5 coded as very alert. So I actually have to go back and change this, and I could even say predicting a self-reported measure of being alert. And I might actually just change that all over to say this is alertness. And then their alertness level when they wake up to their alarm after controlling. So results of the regression model suggest there was a significant relationship. And their alertness level, it just made more sense to talk about this in terms of alertness is associated with lower levels of morning alertness. Additionally, being less stressed, because remember over here we've got high values are not stressed, so higher values, because this is a positive, high values on being not stressed is associated with high values of being alert. So being less stressed is associated with being less alert. And then he also has this. Exercise and hours of sleep accounted for 15% of the variance. That's an R squared value. So if we come back to the output tab here, your R squared value is right here on the model summary, 0.083. So I would say social media use before bed, or rather, I'll simplify it. My model accounted for 8% of the variance in participants' alertness levels. My hypothesis is supported. Something like that. I think that the more time someone uses right before bed, the less alert they're going to be in the morning, and that is supported by that negative, even after controlling for age, binge watch, not stressed. So hopefully you won't have the same weird backwards errors that I found in my data. If you do, then we can fix that on Wednesday, no big deal. And I hope that helps. So you'll need those tables, you'll need the paragraph that we just wrote, and that should help you write your results section. Anything specific, then we can handle that on Wednesday. See you then. Any questions, leave in the comments, please.